Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world with me, Deepika, coming up in the next half an hour. India celebrates Rashtriya Ekta Divas or National Unity Day, marking 150th birth anniversary of Sardar Patel, the Iron Man of India. Prime Minister Modi addresses International Aryan Summit, commemorates 200th birth anniversary of Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati Ji and 150 years of Arya Samaj service to the society. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh addresses second edition of ASEAN-India Defence Ministers informal meeting, reiterates declaration of 2026 as ASEAN-India Year of Cooperation. Good evening to all the viewers joining us at this evening broadcast. To begin with the very latest. Well, India celebrates the 150th anniversary of Sardar Patel, the first Deputy Prime Minister and the Home Minister of India. The day is celebrated as the National Unity Day. President Droupadi Murmu offered floral tributes at the statue of Sardar Patel in New Delhi. The President, in a social media post, described Sardar Patel as a great patriot, visionary leader and nation builder who accomplished the historic task of unifying the nation through his unwavering resolve, indomitable courage and adept leadership. She said that Sardar Patel's dedication and the spirit of national service continues to inspire all the Indians. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Lieutenant Governor of Delhi V.K. Saxena and Delhi's Chief Minister Rekha Gupta, along with other dignitaries, also paid floral tributes to Sardar Patel at his statue. Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in Rashtriya Ekta Divas celebrations in Gujarat's Ekta Nagar, marking the 150th birth anniversary of Sardar Patel. Prime Minister Modi offered floral tributes to Sardar Patel at his statue, known as the Statue of Unity. He also administered the Ekta Divas pledge to the participants at the Statue of Unity. Through this pledge, participants reaffirmed their commitment to preserving the unity, integrity and security of the nation. The pledge also emphasized the importance of spreading this message among fellow countrymen.
बनाए रखने के लिए स्वयं को समर्पित करूंगा.
In his address, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the government has dealt a decisive and powerful blow to Naxalism and Maoist terrorism since 2014 and will wipe out the menace. Take a listen.
2014 के बाद हमारी सरकार ने नक्सलवाद, माओवादी आतंक पर प्रचंड प्रहार किया. हमने शहरों में बैठे अर्बन नक्सलियों के समर्थकों, अर्बन नक्सलियों को भी किनारे लगाया. हमने वैचारिक लड़ाई भी जीती और नक्सलियों के गढ़ में जाकर उनसे मोर्चा लिया. इसका परिणाम आज देश के सामने है. 2014 के पहले देश के करीब 125 जिले माओवादी आतंक की चपेट में थे. आज ये संख्या केवल 11 बची है और उसमें भी सिर्फ 3 जिलों में ही नक्सलवाद अभी भी कुछ गंभीर रूप से हावी है. और आज मैं सरदार पटेल के सानिध्य में एकता नगर की इस धरती से पूरे देश को भरोसा दिलाता हूं, जब तक देश नक्सलवाद, माओवाद, उस आतंक से पूरी तरह मुक्त नहीं हो जाता, हम रुकने वाले नहीं हैं।
On decisive fight against infiltration, Prime Minister Narendra Modi pledged to expel each infiltrator from the country.
आज देश की एकता और आंतरिक सुरक्षा को बहुत बड़ा खतरा घुसपैठियों से भी है। देश के भीतर दशकों से विदेशी घुसपैठिए आते रहे, वो देशवासियों के संसाधनों पर कब्जा करते रहे, डेमोग्राफी का संतुलन बिगाड़ते रहे, देश की एकता दांव पर लगाते रहे। लेकिन पुरानी सरकारें इतनी बड़ी समस्या पर आंख मूंदे रही। वोट बैंक की राजनीति के लिए राष्ट्र की सुरक्षा को जानबूझकर खतरे में डाला गया।
India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and the US Secretary of War Pete Hegseth on Friday exchanged an agreement on the framework for US-India major defence partnership in Kuala Lumpur. The 2025 framework marks a new chapter to further transform the partnership over the next 10 years. Well, it is intended to provide a unified vision and policy direction to deepen defence cooperation. The agreements were signed during the talks between the two leaders on the sidelines of the regional ASEAN Defence Ministers meeting in Kuala Lumpur. The Defence Minister said the agreement will usher in a new era in already strong India-US defence partnership. He added that the defence framework will provide policy direction to the entire spectrum of the India-US defence relationship.
3 बार टेलीफोन की वार्ता हमारी हो चुकी है और जब आपसे एडीएम के साइडलाइंस पर व्यक्तिगत रूप से मिलकर मुझे बेहद खुशी हुई है और इस अवसर पर डिफेंस फ्रेमवर्क की शाइनिंग मैं समझता हूँ कि उसके परिणाम स्वरूप आज एक नए अध्याय का प्रारंभ होगा। इन शब्दों के साथ मैं पुनः आपको धन्यवाद देता हूँ और मेरा पूरा विश्वास है कि आपकी लीडरशिप में भारत और यूएस के रिश्ते और अधिक मजबूत होंगे।
Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh addressed the second edition of ASEAN-India Defence Ministers informal meeting in Kuala Lumpur on Friday. During his opening remarks, the Defence Minister highlighted the wide array of domains of India-ASEAN cooperation and the role this partnership plays in addressing both traditional and emerging security challenges in the region.
हमारी पार्टनरशिप मजबूत पीपल टू पीपल लिंकेजेस, कल्चरल एफिनिटी और पॉलिटिकल सिक्योरिटी, इकोनॉमिक और सोशियो कल्चरल डोमेन्स में बढ़ते व्यवहारिक सहयोग पर आधारित है। इंडिया का आसियान के साथ इंगेजमेंट मल्टीलैटरलिज्म, इंक्लूसिविटी, इक्वालिटी और सॉवरेनिटी के रेस्पेक्ट पर आधारित है। डिफेंस और सिक्योरिटी कोऑपरेशन, डिप्लोमेटिक और इकोनॉमिक इनिशिएटिव्स को कॉम्प्लीमेंट करता है। इससे एक होलिस्टिक पार्टनरशिप बनती है जो ट्रेडिशनल और इमर्जिंग सिक्योरिटी चैलेंजेस दोनों को एड्रेस करती है।
Reiterating the declaration of the year 2026 as ASEAN-India Year of Cooperation, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh extended India's viewpoint on freedom of navigation and compliance to the international law in the South China Sea.
रीजनल सिक्योरिटी ढांचे में इंडिया की भूमिका एडीएम प्लस और अन्य आसियान लेड मैकेनिज्म्स में सक्रिय भागीदारी पर आधारित है। भारत डिजास्टर रिलीफ, काउंटर टेररिज्म और मैरीटाइम सिक्योरिटी में योगदान देता है और साउथ चाइना सी में फ्रीडम ऑफ नेविगेशन तथा इंटरनेशनल लॉ के पालन का समर्थन करता है। मैरीटाइम सेक्टर में हमारे सहयोग को और गहरा करने के लिए आसियान और इंडिया ने वर्ष 2026 को आसियान इंडिया ईयर ऑफ मैरीटाइम कोऑपरेशन घोषित करने पर सहमति व्यक्त की है।
India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh held a bilateral meeting with Singapore's Defence Minister in Kuala Lumpur. Both the leaders met on the sidelines of the 12th ASEAN-India Defence Ministers meeting. The interaction reaffirmed India's steadfast commitment to enhancing strategic defence collaboration with Singapore, reflecting the broader objective of fostering regional security and mutual cooperation. Defence Minister also held a meeting with his Malaysian counterpart, Muhammad Khalid Nordin, as part of efforts to deepen bilateral and multilateral defence ties between both the nations. Both the leaders also met on the sidelines of the regional ASEAN-India Defence Ministers' informal meeting in Kuala Lumpur, and the meeting underscored India's continued focus on strengthening defence cooperation both regionally and globally. Moving on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in the International Aryan Summit 2025 at New Delhi's Rohini. During the event, Prime Minister was gifted a replica of 4 Vedas, namely Rigved, Yajurved, Samved and Atharved. Prime Minister released a commemorative coin marking the 200th birth anniversary of Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati ji and 150 years of Arya Samaj service to the society. Addressing the event, Prime Minister Narendra Modi remembered Swami Dayanand Saraswati's role in denouncing casteism, untouchability and discrimination. Now, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change is spearheading the government's Swachhata 5.0 initiative in collaboration with the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances. The month-long campaign runs from the 2nd of October till the 31st of it. The drive aims to ensure cleaner government offices and faster disposal of pending matters. At the MOEFCC, special emphasis is being laid on e-waste disposal, curbing plastic solution and organizing extensive cleanliness drives.
हम लोगों ने अधिकारियों ने सभी ने मिलकर एक टीम के रूप में इस अभियान को अंजाम दिया है और इस अभियान में माननीय मंत्री महोदय के मार्गदर्शन में हमने 2 नए डायमेंशंस जोड़े, ई वेस्ट का डिस्पोजल और साथ में प्लास्टिक का रिडक्शन कैसे किया जाए ऑफिस स्पेस में। और यह रिक्वेस्ट हमने DRP जी को भी दिया था, उन्होंने भी इस 2 पहलुओं को पूरे अन्य मंत्रालय और उनके जो अटैच्ड ऑफिसेज उसमें भी इसको लागू किया है। तो ओवरऑल हमारा ये जो अभियान चलता है इससे न केवल वर्कप्लेस में सुधार आता है बल्कि एक सकारात्मक ऊर्जा का संचार होता है।
Time to take a short break, but still to come on the other side. After the break, we'll get you a special report on the inaugural edition of T20 World Cup for Women's Blind Team.
Geopolitics and trade deals, economic challenges amid development, hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. After that short break, you're watching DD India Live. Well, on the lines of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's appeal to business people across the world to Make in India and Make for the World campaign, Australian entrepreneurs have taken a unique initiative. An Australian First Nations label, Kirkin, showcased its stunning designs in New Delhi with Indian models walking the ramp in an event that beautifully blended art, fashion and culture. It was an evening of colour, culture and creativity at the lawns of the Australian High Commission in New Delhi on Tuesday. The event, titled Connection to Country, was hosted in collaboration with the Centre for Australia-India Relations and the Fashion Design Council of India. The highlight of the evening was the vibrant showcase of the designer, a celebrated Australian label that reflects the heritage of the First Nations, the Indigenous people of Australia. Now, as many as 25 Indian models walked the ramp in 2 rounds, bringing alive the unique fusion of Australian design and Indian craftsmanship. Now, Australian Deputy High Commissioner Nick McCaffrey said that this model is working well between the 2 countries and overall economic relations between India and Australia will fetch good results. Take a listen.
In hosting this event, highlighting the success of the economic cooperation and trade agreement between Australia and India that was finalised a couple of years ago. ECTA, as this agreement is known, is delivering for both our countries and provides the framework for long-term growth in trade between Australia and India.
And DD India correspondent Akhilesh Suman also had an exclusive chat with Amanda Healy, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Kirkin. Take a listen.
Amanda Healy, the CEO of Kirkin. Amanda, how are you collaborating with India on this issue?
So we use India here for development of projects that we're working on. So for example, we make a lot of silk and cashmere scarves. So we also make clothing here in Noida. We provide patterns and technical packs, and our maker here produces them for us in quantity. They're sent over to Australia, and we're obviously benefiting right now from the free trade agreement, which is working very well for us.
So fabric is Indian, design is Australian.
That's correct. Fabric and make is Indian, and I design and put together the advice to the people here. But we work very closely with our groups here in India that we work with, because your fabrics are fabulous.
Are you selling in India?
Not yet. We are an e-commerce brand, so we do get a lot of sales into Europe, but not yet. But watch this space.
So in that way, she is making in India, but making for the world. And a time will come when she will make in India and will also make for India. Oh, thank you so much, Amanda, for talking to me.
Now, South Korea rolled out the red carpet to the global industry captains during the 2025 edition of the Invest Korea Summit. Held at Seoul in conjunction with the APEC 2025 Summit in Gyeongju, the event featured an investment declaration and R&D Center designation ceremony, the Invest Korea Conference and a financial investor forum, among others. Jointly organized by the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Resources with Korea Trade Investment Promotion Agency, the event saw the unveiling of Max Alliance, or the Manufacturing with AI Transformation. Well, Max framework aims to leverage AI to boost manufacturing productivity by 30%, adding almost $72 billion in value to the industry. In addition, the event featured seminars on advanced industries such as semiconductors, biotechnology and AI to promote Korea's technological competitiveness and investment advantages. A multi-ethnic trilingual school built with Indian grant assistance was inaugurated and handed over to the government of Sri Lanka on Friday. The ceremony was jointly presided over by the Sri Lankan Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya and the Indian High Commissioner Mr. Santosh Jha. After the inauguration, Dr. Amarasuriya thanked the Indian government and Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Government for Prime Minister Modi's vision that led to the establishment of this trilingual multi-ethnic school that you have handed over. And now we can take it over from you and develop it and meet the vision with which, fulfill the vision with which it was initiated.
The school, constructed under a grant assistance, was finalized in February 2017 when an MOU was signed between the two governments. As part of India's high-impact community development projects initiative, it aims to promote inclusive and quality education in a multi-ethnic and multicultural setting. Funded through a grant of over 320 million Sri Lankan rupees from India, the school will provide the students from diverse communities and access to education in Sinhala, Tamil and English. The project also highlights the deepening educational and developmental cooperation between India and Sri Lanka.
Working for the development of all of Sri Lanka, we stand firm in our support for Sri Lanka. The two governments continue to work towards exploiting the limitless possibilities of our shared future.
You're watching DD India Live, and now it's time to get you all the latest from the world of sports. Well, India's women's cricket team for the inaugural edition of T20 World Cup for the visually impaired aims to turn dreams into reality. Practicing hard in Delhi, these cricketers are preparing not just for a match, but for a moment in history. Come November the 11th, as India and Sri Lanka co-host this one-of-a-kind event, the world will witness a celebration of spirit, strength and the sound of courage. DD India correspondent Aryan Singh brings you this exclusive report. Take a look.
They can't see the ball, but they can feel the sound of their dreams. The Indian women's team for the inaugural T20 World Cup for the visually impaired is not just preparing for a tournament, they are preparing to make history. India's initial matches in the tournament will be played at the modern school at the Barakamba Road in New Delhi. For these women, cricket isn't just a sport, it's a voice, a purpose, a new life. From small towns and silent struggles, they have risen, one sound, one step, and one dream at a time. Some were told they couldn't play, others were told they shouldn't dream. But they did, and how beautifully they did.
All 16 girls which we are seeing today, they are a different part of our country. Starts from Jammu Kashmir, we can take it Jammu, Delhi, Assam, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. So Assam, one girl is from Assam also. So this all from the different background, and the most of the girls are from the very poor background, like agriculture background. Maybe the parents are going for the daily wages. This kind of the backgrounds what we are having. It is not easy for a girl to come into any sports. But when we started this journey, their struggle was completely different, because the one typical village, from there to reach to the Indian team and playing for our country is one of the biggest achievement what our girls has done today.
Before the joining, there was lots of struggle, as I was from a very poor background family. It was very quite struggle for me. My parents and my villagers, they don't allow me to play. Before, when they heard that I'm gonna play, they said that you should not play, you are a girl, how can you play? Around 400 girls, 16 has been selected. It is quite tough. It is not easy for anyone. I thank the KB Samarthanam Cricket Association for the Blind in India. They have supported me a lot.
As they train under the bright sun in Delhi, their spirit lights up the field stronger than any spotlight. Every catch, every boundary, every cheer for teammates feels like a victory over darkness. This World Cup for the visually impaired, co-hosted by India and Sri Lanka from November 11 to 23, isn't just a cricket tournament. It's a celebration of courage where 6 nations, including Australia, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and the USA, come together to rewrite what the world thinks is possible. As the countdown begins to November 11, these brave women stand ready not just to play but to inspire an entire generation. Their journey reminds us that vision is not in the eyes but in the spirit. When the bat meets the ball, it's more than a game. It's a hope taking flight. Win or lose, they have already shown the world what true strength looks like. This isn't just India's team, it's India's pride shining through every sound, every step and every dream. Narayan Singh for DD India, Delhi.
And Australia defeated India by 4 wickets in the second T20 international at Melbourne Cricket Ground on Friday. Chasing a 126-run target, openers Mitchell Marsh and Travis Head gave flying start to the Aussies' innings as the duo added 51 runs for the opening wicket. Marsh slammed a 26-ball 46, peppered with 2 fours and 4 sixes. He was ultimately sent back by Kuldeep Yadav, but it was too little too late. Marsh's opening partner, Travis Head, smashed a 15-ball 28 before Varun Chakravarti snapped him up. And before we wrap up with this edition of DD India Live, we leave you with these stunning visuals from Mexico ahead of Mexico's Day of the Dead celebrations. A farm near Los Angeles bloomed with bright orange and yellow marigolds as the visitors picked the symbolic flowers of the dead. And with this, it's a wrap here on DD India Live. Enjoy the visuals. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.